Howdy, howdy, my beautiful Leo. My name is SimplyVelca, and today, honey, I'm going to be getting into your weekly tarot horoscope reading, Leo, for September 2021, going into October, the spooky season, Leo. Can y'all believe it already? Remember, when it comes to my tarot readings, darling, it does not matter, Leo, what you identify as, he, she, they, them, or anything inside that spectrum or outside of that spectrum. What you identify as is none of my business. I'm just here to give you some cards that hopefully resonate with you. So if they resonate with you, this reading's for you, honey. And if you find some cards that do, let me know in the comments below, Leo, how they resonate with you, because that's how I keep up with y'all. And if you enjoy this tarot reading today, or you just enjoy my vibe, Leo, I'd appreciate it if you were to give this video a like and subscribe, because it does help me out a lot, and I always appreciate it when you guys take that extra step to support me in that way, Leo. Remember as well, keep this in perspective, darling Leo, that I'm just a man reading some tarot cards to you, honey. You know your situation better than I ever possibly could. Take the cards that resonate and leave what doesn't, because I'm not going to be offended by it. And yeah, darling, let's just jump into your weekly horoscope reading, Leo. Remember, if you would like to book a private personal reading with me, my website's always linked down below, simplyvelca.com, darling. So let's get into this. The main energy we have going on for this week for you, y'all, Leo, we have the Nine of Wands coming in here. Test of strength and perseverance. So, Leo, this is admittedly going to be a little bit of a trying week for y'all. Right, this is going to be a little bit of a trying week for y'all, and that's definitely based off of this first row of cards I'm seeing here. And he's going to be definitely trying a trial of y'all are just going through some type of trial, and y'all like there's definitely this week that's going to be teaching y'all something. But I feel like with this Nine of Wands as well, it's teaching you how to just stand in your own conviction. Right, there's a quote that I want to share with you guys, Leo, of where it's from Lisa Nichols. I suggest y'all to check out Lisa Nichols if you enjoy any type of motivational speaking. She's on YouTube, Leo. But Lisa Nichols always talks about how your convenience and your conviction do not lie in the same block, which essentially just means as if like whatever it is that you feel passionately about, Leo, whatever it is that you just have this strong conviction about, it's not always going to be convenient for you to stay in that conviction or to follow through with that conviction. Does that make sense? So you're not always like you have to be willing to be inconvenienced for the things that you believe in, essentially, right, Leo? So I feel like that's going to be the main test for you this week. You know, it's definitely like it reminds me of like one of the Moon Oracle cards in here that talk about your commitment to being tested, Leo. So yeah, and I just felt drawn to do an oracle card for y'all, Leo, and it's the new moon in eclipse, and expect a powerful change. And so definitely things are going to be changing up in your life this week, Leo. Things are, you know, I'm not saying there's going to be a tower moment, darling, but I am being shown the tower card in my head. And so I mean, we'll see, darling. Maybe I'll end up pulling. Girl, I just know. Leo, this is the most genuine you can ever see me in. Right? I just saw the death card. I'm like, oh, in the back of the deck. So definitely, Leo, powerful changes happening for you guys through the closures of things happening in your life. So definitely buckle up, darling. I don't feel like it's necessarily a bad thing, though, just because it's like, you know, obviously we need to have things changed up in our life, having things switch up in our lives just so we can, you know, really just challenge ourselves and put ourselves forward, Leo. So let's get into y'all's reading for this week now. We have the Knight of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, and the King of Wands stepping forward to you guys initially, right? So you guys probably, Leo, have been in this state of where things have been, I don't want to say all aspects of your life, because I don't feel like it's been the case for all aspects, but there's some facet in your life, Leo, presumably something that just has brought you some pain, something that you couldn't quite get over, right? You couldn't quite move on from. And it's been a little bit slowing down your hustle a little bit. You still been hustling, honey, Leo. You've been hustling. You've been doing the dang thing. But there's been something that like happened that's been just in the back of your mind, right? You know, whenever I see just like at the workplace, like you're trying to work, but then it just like pops in your head thinking about being like, you know, whatever this Ten of Swords is, right? For some of you guys, it may be sitting in your brain about being like, how could this person have done this to me? Like, da 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 da. And it feels as if like you've been trying to make sense of something. You've been trying to make sense of it. You've been trying to just understand and figure out where you go from here. But it's just like because you haven't been having that closure with that situation, it's been kind of stopping you, well, not stopping you, but just slowing you down in your grind, darling. That King of Wands, your energy, Leo. And so I feel as if that's where this powerful change is coming in at for you, Leo. That's where you're kind of being forced to, I don't want to say forced, but like the things are switching up to bring forth like this sense of closure, what have you. Let's pull some clarifiers though. Let's see what actual detail we can go. We have here the several cards came out, honey. We have the Four of Wands coming in here, Leo, with the Page of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, as well as the King of Swords, darling. Come on now. So Leo, here's this thing. I feel as if whatever this situation was, it's like this, anticipate a little bit of anticipate, it's giving me very much so, Leo, of where like someone's been like watching you, definitely, because I feel like you were like, this is like, I'm honing in on energy that you already felt pretty close to, Leo, right? I don't feel like there's like necessarily like a closure to something. It feels like someone in your life messed up in some way, so they messed up in some way, and so you've been trying to make sense of it. You probably yourself, Leo, were asking for some distance. You're just like, you know what, I need to just figure this out right now. And that would be explain why is like you've been at the workplace, like you've been trying to make your dinners, darling, you've been just trying to live your life, and it's just like you couldn't escape like the thought process, or you couldn't escape what happened in this situation, how they could do this to you, right? And so, Leo, I feel like in this sense here, like this is giving me very much so like someone that has been keeping watch of you, trying to like, not really sure how to communicate with you necessarily, Leo, but it's like this sense of where this is going to be a week of where they're gonna be like, you know what, we got to talk about this problem. And I feel like that's where like, admittedly, excuse me, this powerful change happens when it comes to this connection, right? And so for some of you guys, obviously this death card is coming in where it's just like you guys talk about it and you're just like, because I feel like the ball is in your court, Leo, where it's just like you make the decision being like, you know what, you guys talk about it, you know, you figure out like where you go from here with each other. I'm giving very much so like in terms of like something in the workplace or like a friendship of y'all's, right? Because with this Four of Wands here, there is like something that you saw initially going the long haul with, going like really creating your future with this person in some way. Like you really saw this person involved in your life for a long time. And it's just showcases to me where it's just like, admittedly, I feel like that's where the change happens, is in this dynamic of where it's like some of you guys, you might end up having this conversation and you're just like, you know what, this just is not servicing my garden anymore. This is just like, maybe for some of you guys, you're seeing this energy and just being like, yeah, it's not mature. You're not maturing enough, or you're not maturing enough for me. I kind of just see for most of you, Leos, you just see this and you're just like, you know what, like, I'm just peacing out, right? I feel as if like something happens in this connection, whether there's like a conversation or admittedly maybe something else happens in regards to this, that kind of just has you in this place of being like, all right, this just isn't worth it, right? With the Page of Swords as well being in here, admittedly, this is an energy, a very unrefined communication energy as well. So the Page of Swords can be identified with like as a card of like keeping watch from afar. The rain is coming down, darling. That's why I'm looking over at my window. You know, it could be that card of keeping watch, but it also is a card of just like not very mature communication. And so I feel as if like whether this person comes in and tries to just like I just feel as if you're going to really see like their maturity this week. And that's what causes the powerful change, where it's just like you see them for how they are. And then from that point forward, then you make the decision of whether you want to have that death moment with them or not. Admittedly, for many of you Leos, I do see that you guys just kind of being like, you know what, this just ain't worth it, honey. So let's continue on with y'all's reading. What don't y'all see coming towards y'all, Leo? What is it that you don't see coming? The Hanged Man. So yeah, definitely something's coming in that's really going to shift your perspective and how you see a situation, how you see an energy. Knight of Swords coming in here. Ooh, girl. As well as the Two of Pentacles. You know, it's very funny to me how it's similar to Aries reading in a way, in the sense of like both you guys, Leo, share the same dynamic of where both of you guys are dealing with some type of person that brought pain, and like you both are left with this choice of being like, where you go from here with this energy. But in your sense, Leo, yours is a little bit more direct, in the sense like I feel as if like you're going to be at like the workplace or like just doing your own thing, and then something out of the blue, like you get a text message, you get something where it's just like it just catches you off guard, being like you find something out. I feel Leo, something you find something out that happened, and you're just like, it just really shifts things up for you. It's like maybe beforehand you couldn't really make sense of things, and then now like a bunch of things randomly being thrown at you, and then you're just left with this choice being like, I don't know what to do with this, right? you don't really know what to make of it. And I feel like for many of you Leos, you're just like, it's just like giving me very much so as like, this is too much stress than for what it's worth. King of Pentacles coming in here on the Hanged Man, so it's definitely referring to your home life, or rather just like, I really actually feel like for many of you guys, it might be like in your employment, something might be happening in your work environment where you're just like, that causes you to just be like, deuces darling, this just isn't worth the paycheck. Nine of Swords coming in with the Knight of Swords. So this lets me know, again, this sense, Leo, of where it's just like, for some of you guys, I feel like you already saw this kind of coming, like the events that are going to be start throwing at you. This is what you were already a little bit anxious about, and it's just like kind of coming in. Darling, what was I just saying before, Leo? This Tower moment, right? I feel very strongly, Leo, in that like, it's like whatever you were kind of like having this like self-fulfilling prophecy about, or rather, Leo, how would we say, you're kind of just worried about it being in this way, right? You're just like, I hope this person, I hope this situation at work doesn't pan out to be this way. It ends up being in that way, right? So your intuition was definitely right on something in this regard, darling, and it causes a very big Tower moment. Girl, it's raining hard, honey. Causes this Tower moment for you guys, Leo. So your intuition is definitely right in regards to this, whether this is in the workplace or what have you. So enough of that heavy energy, darling Leo. You saw how these cards just flew out. These cards were pulled out with the intention on seeing what good things are in the works for you, Leo. So you have the Magician card coming out for y'all, with the Eight of Swords and then the Page of Wands. An interesting dynamic, Leo, because in this sense, this is letting me know where it's just like, while you have this Tower moment, it gives you this like, it like is removing the shackles from you, I feel, right? With that Eight of Swords, it's removing where you are feeling stuck in your life. So I really do feel like for many of you guys, it's going to be in like the workplace that happens. So it may be initially stressful, but it's like, it's stressful because it's just naturally change happens and it can be stressful. But it's like, in my opinion, I see this as a blessing in disguise, because it's just removing the shackles and really allowing you to really, for some of you guys, this may be the motivation, Leo, that pushes you to start your own business, for example, or to really, it's like you're taking things more like a certain aspect of your life and taking matters into your own hands and being a lot more involved. It's like, so this right here, whatever this is all about, darling, this gives you the motivation that you are needing to really pull the trigger with something else. Page of Wands, going into like new opportunity, like you're delving into something new. With this Tower moment, this was the push that you needed, Leo, to give you the motivation to go forward with something else, to really start your phase for something else, right? So you already had something planned, right? And so you're already kind of listening to your intuition beforehand, Leo, being like, where you're just like, all right, I think I need to watch out for this. I think I need to, like, you guys were preparing for this on some level. You were kind of preparing for that Tower moment. You're just like, I hope this doesn't happen, but at the same time, if it does happen, then you're booking it. So it's very fitting for you guys having that, expecting a powerful change. Like you were already expecting it, darling, right? And that's why you have that Nine of Wands, as well as your overall energy, where it's just like your convictions being tested. This is like your test of strength, being like, all right, well, let's see if Leo, let's throw this at Leo and see if Leo can actually handle this. So very powerful cards, Leo. Very, very powerful cards. Let's feed these cards to Miss Aretha Franklin and Barbara Walters, honey, Leo. And let's get into your spirit guide and ancestral messages for this week. Let's see what messages, tarot messages, your ancestors and spirit guides have for you today. What insight do they have for my Leos today? So we have here the Page of Pentacles, Leo, with the Justice card. You guys keep on having air cards coming in here. So I don't know if you guys have like air in your chart, or if you're dealing with someone that has strong air in their chart. But it's something that I'm noticing, because the Justice card is the Libra card, and you have that King of Swords under that King of Wands, which is you. And then you have the Nine of Swords following you again, Leo. So Page of Pentacles, Justice card, and this Nine of Swords, Knight of Wands in the back of the deck as well. Here's the thing, Leo. I feel like this main message here is like your spirit guide's just telling you not to stress. I mean, easier said than done, darling, right? Not to stress about it. It's just like, okay, well, you're the one having to live it and experience it in real time, right? But it's like, I see just a lot of anxiety on your end, Leo, and your spirit guides are trying to just tell you, it's just like, hey, like, you know, while you're dealing with this insane Tower moment, while you're dealing with all these changes, darling Leo, trust in this process, because here's the thing, like, your guides have your back, darling. When you have the Justice card coming in for you, the scales are in your favor, Leo. For however this is going to be working out, like however this works out, it's going to be in your favor. So even if you are dealing with like the closures on things, and just like, dealing with like the stresses of like whatever this is about, while like, even if you're in the back of your head, just continually tell yourself, Leo, being like, you know what, Velca's reading said that I'm taken care of. My guys told me that I'm taken care of. So like, while I'm stressed out right now, you just stress out, just allow, like, don't stress out and worrying about being like, oh, what if this just what if I fail from this? Or, because if you choose, like, if you choose to stand strong in your conviction, you're going to succeed, Leo. So just get out of your head as best as you can. I know it's easier said than done, Leo. But it's just like, this is just a direct message of where it's just like the scales are in your favor, right? Justice is in your favor, darling. So while you're stressed out about, things working out properly for you, Page of Pentacles comes in, especially when it comes to finances as well. If you're losing your job, or just like your job starts becoming overwhelming or too much for you, right? Trust in this process that, Page of Pentacles comes in this sense of where, right as you lose something, that Page of Pentacles comes in and being like, you know what, you're still taken care of. Like, you might have like another offer, like it just talks about like new opportunity coming in for you, Leo, but like it only comes in due to that change coming, so it's like you can't really fight it, right, Leo? So now let's see how people are perceiving you at this time, darling Leo. Let's see what's going on there, honey. What's going on for my Leos? Ooh, girl. Let's see what intentions and how people are perceiving my Leos this week. We have the Two of Wands, Queen of Wands, and then the Seven of Cups coming in here, Leo. So overall, I feel as if people are seeing you at this point. Leo, it feels as if like whoever I'm honing in on, Leo, it's this sense of where, and I feel as if they're kind of related to this Tower moment. Someone's like kind of sitting here waiting and wondering if you're going to make the choice towards, like, they see you going out, right? Branching out as that Queen of Wands, Leo. But they're kind of in this place of wondering, being like, oh, is Leo going to bring me along? Is Leo going to exude that Queen of Wands energy and just leave me in the dust situation here? It's very much so this person's worried about, Leo, about where they stand with you, and like if you're walking away from them, which is interesting, right? It's an interesting dynamic. It's like, why are you stressing about that, honey? Like, unless you have Hanged Man coming in here, so they may be directly responsible. This may be the, if it's not about the workplace, this Tower moment's about, this is about this person here, Hanged Man. They're worried if you're seeing them differently. Five of Wands, girl, yeah. Someone messed up in your life, Leo, and that caused that Tower moment. This double card, girl. This story is just writing itself, Leo. This story is just writing itself, darling. And then the Eight of Cups. Yeah, this person is just really worried about, Leo, if you're going to walk away from them. If, whatever they did, darling, it's like they're able to at the very least understand the magnitude of like what it is that they did, the mistakes that they did towards you. Five of Wands is my conflict card. Like, this person did something, right? Obviously with this Devil card as well. It's like they messed up in some way. They may have hurt you, or like whatever the narrative is, darling. It's like this source of energy here, they acknowledge like where the mess up is, and now they're just watching you, Leo, being like, all right, how is Leo going to react to this? Like, what is Leo going to do? Is Leo going to walk away from me, or is Leo going to try to make it work for me, with me? Eight of Cups here. Under the Seven of Cups, they're really stressing about, like, especially emotionally, if you're checking out from the situation. How are they feeling about you, though? Chariot card. Like, they want to make this work out. And I feel as if in the Magician card, I feel as if, Leo, I wouldn't be surprised this person comes in trying to just check up on you and be like, oh, hey, like, what's going on, right? So, Leo, how I would personally approach this energy, obviously, it's your life to be living, free will and all that, sterling. But this is like a person where it's just like they're trying to, like, gauge a reaction out of you, trying to see like what's going on with you, and it feels as if like your silence is what spooks them. Your silence stresses them out, Leo. So just continue on with that silence. Do your hustle in silence, darling. You do not have to explain yourself. Just be your Queen of Wands self and really do what's right for you. And remember that you don't have to explain yourself, Leo. But yeah, darling, that is the reading that I have for you guys. Y'all's reading was very interesting, Leo. So thank you so much for allowing me to do this for you. My website's linked down below, simplyvelca.com, if you'd like to book a private personal reading with me. And also check out my links, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, all my social media. So just Simply Velca, honey. But yeah, Leo, I love you so much, and hopefully I can connect with you sometime in the near future. Bye, darling.